Hello, and welcome to Writing Tips with Rachel. Today I'm sharing 7 important things I hope every writer can remember when they're struggling to continue in their career. I feel incredibly privileged to meet young writers when I'm out and about in a professional capacity. But many of these encounters leave me wishing for a better collective understanding of what it means to be a writer. Writers can be some of the most self-conscious, unconfident people. They minimize their abilities. I mean, we've all met people on the opposite end of that spectrum, I'm sure. Many of them struggle to believe they know what they're doing. They question everything. As writers, we put ourselves out into the world, invite people into our private thoughts, wait for them to judge, and judge they will. And that's terrifying. So much can knock our feet out from under us. Book banning, all the rejections we get for a manuscript we love, the manuscripts themselves when they're all sticky and ugly and we can't seem to make any sort of improvement on them. Here are some things I want us to remember when we're wallowing in despair about our chosen career and questioning whether we really want to do this. Number 1, our stories matter and no one else can tell them. You know what books can do? They can change the world. They can change hearts and minds and perspectives and long-believed erroneous truths. They can speak truth to power. They can rebel and encourage and empower. But they won't have a chance to do any of that if they never get written. Gather your thoughts, gather your courage, gather the words to tell your story. Take as long as you need to, but make sure you tell the world what's on your heart. You're the only one who can. Your voice matters, so let us hear it. Number 2, we have good instincts. We know what we're doing. We're more capable than we think. We've likely been telling stories since we were old enough to talk, trying to get out of trouble, exaggerating for humorous effect, explaining ourselves to the people in our lives. Stories come naturally to us, which means we know how to tell them. Lean hard on that natural storytelling ability. A story doesn't have to be perfect the first time you tell it. That's what revision is for. Trust yourself to tell your story right, eventually. Number 3, there's enough to go around. It's hard to keep this concept in mind when it seems like others are getting what we want. And it's true that there are only so many book deals and so many awards and so many readers. But here's what I try to remember. Sometimes it's someone else's day. We can't have all the days. We will get our day, though, because the law of abundance, which is way better to live by than the law of scarcity, says there's enough to go around. So we should be generous with one another. Help out. Celebrate victories, even if they're not ours. Love well. Number 4, we have to find our own way. The writing world is full of prescriptions for how best to write a story or essay or poem. I'm grateful for these prescriptions, but not all of them fit. Some will make you feel itchy or uncomfortable. Some won't have pockets, and you need pockets. There is no one-size-fits-all writing process. We have to find our own best way to write, and it may not match anything else that's out there. It may look completely different from all the traditional advice. That's okay. What matters is finding our own way. Experiment, and don't be afraid to try something new or throw something out if it doesn't work for you. Number 5, one person's opinion is not everyone's opinion. It can certainly seem like one person's opinion is everyone's opinion sometimes. When we get a collection of not-so-great reviews, especially. If we're trying to please every reader with our book or written piece, we won't have a book or piece in the first place. In the digital age, it's hard to escape our reviews. My advice? Don't read them. If you don't want to throw out the good with the bad, have someone else sift through your reviews and save only the good ones for your reading pleasure. Trust that the right people will find your book or piece and love it. Number 6, there's always room for improvement. We have never arrived. We can always grow and improve. One of the measures I have for success is, have I become a better writer with this book or this piece? The improvement may happen in small increments, but we should be improving with every piece we write. Because all writing is practice, and practice is progress. How can we improve? Well, I have a whole video about that, but to sum it up, we can study our craft, practice, surround ourselves with other writers, listen and pay attention to teachers. And remember that growing means evolving as people too, which means the things we write about may change. Embrace your evolution. Number 7, we are not alone. Whatever we may be feeling in our writing life, discouragement, elation, existential dread, or fear, we can be certain that we are not the first writer to feel it. Maybe it doesn't help knowing you're not alone or that you aren't the first writer who's ever seriously considered quitting. But I hope it does, because we're all in this together. Writing might be one of the most vulnerable things we will ever do, but it all comes back to the first point. Our stories matter, and the world needs them. If we don't write them, who will? That's it for today's Writing Tips with Rachel. I hope this video has been helpful to you. I'd love to know what you've learned in your years of writing that you wish every writer knew. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for videos about books and life and more videos like this. And sign up for my newsletter at racheltolson.com for inspiration, book recommendations, news, and writing prompts. Stay strong, and see you next time.